First batch of vaccines have arrived in New Zealand as the country looks forward to inoculate its population. New Zealand will begin the inoculation drive from 20th of February. The batch with 60,000 vaccines would undergo safety checks before border workers start receiving vaccinations.
I can now add and confirm that the first batch of the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine arrived in New Zealand this morning. Approximately 60,000 doses or 30,000 courses landed in Auckland at 9:34 a.m. this morning on a Singapore Airlines flight from Belgium via Singapore. That's more than enough doses to vaccinate our frontline workforce over the coming weeks. We've been working hard behind the scenes to ensure receipt of the vaccine is able to occur as quickly and smoothly as possible. It was expected sometime during Q1, and particularly in light of the last period of time, it is good news that it is here earlier than previously predicted.
New Zealand's largest city of Auckland has entered a 3-day lockdown. 3 new coronavirus cases have prompted the lockdown, and it has now been revealed that 3 patients were infected by the UK variant of the virus. This is the first time that the UK variant has been found in New Zealand. New Zealand genomic sequencing of the latest COVID-19 community cases showed that they were the variant B117, which is the more transmissible variant first detected in Britain. The sources of the new case is still unknown since results do not link directly to any other positive case in New Zealand to date, and 3 new local infections are the first local infections reported in the island nation since late January.
I can share that with you now. Late last night we received from ESR, our testing lab, the results of the genome sequencing. Now that's telling us that we were right to take the decision we did. It is the UK variant, for those who follow these things closely, B1.1.7. So that is the one that's being reported as being more transmissible. What we've also learned is that it is not a match for any of the genome sequencing of people we've had coming through our managed isolation facilities. Now that leads us to follow some alternate lines of inquiry.
New Zealand's greatest vulnerability has been at the borders. New cases are regularly caught among returning travellers. All of them are required to spend 2 weeks in quarantine. Despite precautions, there have been several times when the virus has leaked out from the border before getting controlled again. Now officials are trying to determine whether that's what has happened again. The lockdown is the first in New Zealand in 6 months and marks a major setback in the country's largely successful efforts to control the virus. Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern raised restrictions in Auckland to leave three until now February 17th, and now public venues have been shut and gatherings outside homes prohibited except for weddings and funerals with only up to 10 people. Now schools will stay open for children of essential workers, but others were asked to stay home. For 3 days, COVID-19 alert for the rest of the country has been raised at level 2, with all gatherings limited to 100 people, including at restaurants and cafes.